Rowie, what are you doing? Fit, strong, healthy, lean, energetic, being able to do all the things that you want to do for the rest of your life. How do you make sure you can do that? And it's a question that I'm studying, researching, analysing, talking about every single day, because the world, unfortunately, is fatter, sicker and weaker than it's ever been. But as you can see, I'm not at the gym. I'm lifting some very heavy things because something about waterlogged wood is very, very heavy. My muscles don't know that I'm not lifting a dumbbell, a barbell, a kettlebell. All my muscles know is that I'm overloading them. They have to, or they're being challenged, so they have to work really hard. And when you put a muscle under challenge, when you put it under pressure, it sends a message back to your brain to say, if she does this to me again, I've got to be better for next time. That's the myokine system inside the endocrine or hormonal system. So the beautiful thing about lifting heavy waterlogged wood, for me, for example, is I'm making a garden. I'm lifting for a reason. I'm lifting because I want to create something beautiful. But the human body's beautiful, isn't it? Don't we want to have a body that's fit, strong, lean, energetic for the rest of our lives? Now, even if you don't care how you look, wouldn't it be awful to be weak and frail and not be able to go and do really cool things? So I live in the South Island of New Zealand, bike tracks, hiking tracks, snowboarding, skiing. There's so many things to do, but if you're an old person who's weak and diseased, you can't do any of those things. Now, I'm an old person and I refuse to be weak and diseased. So I'm going to keep lifting heavy so I stay strong, keep challenging my muscles so I stay strong. And this whole thing about I have to go to the gym, somebody said to me just this week, Rowie, I think people need to go to the gym 3 times a week. Well, first of all, what if you don't have a gym near your house? The people that live in this area, there's lots of them that don't want to drive 30 minutes to go to the gym. But I can come down here and lift heavy waterlogged logs and get just the same benefit as lifting a dumbbell or a kettlebell. But there's a question, could it be more of a benefit? Because I'm out in the fresh air and the sunshine, it's also freezing cold today. We've had snow on the mountain and we've had frost on the ground. We had -5 last night. So I'm challenging my body in all sorts of ways. Fresh air, sunshine, freezing cold, lifting heavy, and for a purpose. I'm not just lifting weights because I want to have a good body. I'm lifting weights because I want to build a garden. And I think that's a really interesting thing to consider, because if you're doing something just for the purpose of looking good, I'm not sure, and I don't know, I don't live inside your brain or mine, I don't know how the brain works. I'm studying it every day and I still don't understand it. I don't know if the body and the brain have a connection that say we have to look beautiful, so you better go and do the things that make you look beautiful. But homeostasis, which is your body needs to be in peak physical condition all of the time. So if you're out of peak physical condition, your body wants you to get back into it. So if you are not healthy, if you're not fit, if you're not strong, if you're not energetic, your body's going to want you to do everything possible to get you back to that space, which means getting puff, lifting heavy, fresh air, sunshine, deep sleep, good food, all the fundamentals. Now, the interesting thing about the fundamentals, though, the same as being out here, it doesn't cost me anything to come out here and lift heavy wood. It doesn't cost anything to come out here and breathe in fresh air and sunshine. It seems that everything else that we do, or the human race is telling us to do to get healthy, fit and strong, costs money or takes an enormous amount of time. So do you have to go to the gym? No, you could come outside in the fresh air and sunshine and lift heavy rocks and logs and wheelbarrows full of sand. Do you have to have a trainer? No, it's nice to have a coach and it's nice to have a trainer. But what if you were self-motivated, self-disciplined, self-inspired to keep your body healthy, fit and strong? Do you need to take supplements? Do you need to have some special form of diet or pill, powder and program? My question is always, what did we do before there were pills and powders and programs and potions and nutritional supplementation and gyms and barbells and dumbbells and saunas and ice baths? And talk about ice baths. If you went swimming in here today, that's more than an ice bath. It's freezing. There's snow on the mountain. I'm sharing all of that with you because I think we've made it too complicated. Could we be healthy, fit and strong without having to spend any money? Could we be healthy, fitter and stronger if we invested time outside, fresh air, sunshine? If you lift heavy and get puffed, race up some hills, for example, which is what I'm about to do, now what happens is your body has worked really hard, so when you go to sleep, you sleep really deep, so you wake up re-energized, refreshed and ready to go again. All the fundamentals. So what if, just what if, fresh air, sunshine, be hydrated, long clear wheeze, there's a good start. Clear out all the rubbish in your body by eating food that makes sure that you go to do number 2s once or twice a day. What if you ate food that either grows under the ground or runs on the ground and hasn't been screwed with by humans? What if you lift heavy to get strong? What if you get puffed to be fit? What if you do it safely so that you don't get injured? What if you do it quickly so you don't get bored? That's a mantra for me now. I want to be healthy, fit, strong, lean and energetic for the rest of my life, and I want to prove that you can do it without having to spend money. Now, if you want to go to the gym and you want to have a trainer and you want to take supplements and you want to buy a sauna or an ice bath, all the things that cost money and take time and energy, fantastic, go do it. But there are a lot of people out there that are doing all of those things. They're doing all the biohacks to have a healthy, fit, strong, lean, energetic body, and they don't have one, and they're miserable and grumpy and they're angry because they're doing all this stuff and spending all this money but not getting the results that they want. Well, here's a great thing to consider. What if you just did the simple things first? Why not try first healthy, fit and strong body? Because I'm in the fresh air and sunshine, I sleep deep, I drink lots of, and it doesn't have to be water, just drink fluid so you've got long clear wheeze, eat more real food, get puff lift heavy, and have about a positive attitude. So many people are miserable and grumpy because they don't have the right body fat percentage, or they don't weigh the same or the right weight on the scales, and their headspace is totally screwed up. How about just get out and live your life? Life is too short to be miserable and grumpy. Live your life to the max. Woohoo! Super duper doo. How are you? Living my life to the max. So we've got snow over there and we've got full moon over there. How good is life? Woohoo!